Real quick editor's note before we get into the video. I have been having some issues recently with my microphone picking up radio waves and radio signals, and so you can hear a little bit of that disturbance in this video. I have tried to decrease as much of that as I can. I am working on figuring out this issue, and I'm hopeful in the next video I will have it solved, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. There is some interference in the video during the talking portions, but hopefully this will be solved in the next week, and I'm hopeful that it's not too much of a nuisance. But anyways, with that, let's get into the video.
Pardon me, Miss Sweetie. Do you want to teach with me? I have an assistant for this one. And here comes another one. Grim, your big ears are in the way. Oh, you leaving? Okay. Nice having you. Today I'm going to share with you how to craft a garden spell bag. This is a spell I do every year, and it's become a nice little spring tradition of mine. This spell bag is to be placed in the garden to help release energy and intentions that you wish to bring to your garden. This could be protection, fertility, abundance, and really anything that your heart desires. As the spell bag decomposes, it will release the energy you put into it into your garden. This year, my focus mainly was on protection and health of my garden. And though I don't necessarily have a garden in the traditional sense, as I really only have a fire escape out the bedroom window, it still will work pretty well and kind of help to add that energy to the space that's a little bit non-traditional. So with that said, let's get into how to craft this spell bag. Like I said, this year my main focus was on protection and the health of the plants, and so the ingredients I chose are a reflection of that. Feel free to change them up where you need to, where you see fit. If you want to change the intention or energy or don't have these herbs on hand, go ahead and change it. This is simply a baseline and example to show you so that you can go and build your own. So to craft the spell, you'll need a natural fiber bag. This is important as it will be decomposing, and 3 herbs of your choosing. I chose lilac, chamomile, and ginger. Lilacs are a personal staple of mine for these spell bags. I just find they bring a lot of really wonderful energy to this time of the year, and they make wonderful protectives, and they also work to kind of banish away negativity. And I find that that's really beneficial in helping plants to really grow and succeed. Now, chamomile is nicknamed the plant's physician. It is a very healing plant and really helps to maintain the health of a garden, and when planted next to a sick plant, it actually nurses it back to health. So this year, as my garden is taking place in a not so ideal location, I want to make sure that the health of my plants is prioritized. And then finally, ginger. I've been adding it to most all of my spells lately. It just really helps to enhance the energy and ensure the success of the working. Once again, you can use any ingredients that really call to you or favor the intentions you have. And this is simply my suggestion and what I've done for this year. Now, one thing that's kind of different to note from this spell compared to the others is that I recommend using fresh herbs. Very rarely will I recommend you to use fresh herbs in a spell bag, but in this instance, as we are working for the spell bag to decompose, fresh herbs will decompose a lot easier, and there's no worry about that happening. Usually I try to avoid them so that they don't rot in spell bags, but we want that air. So I'd recommend fresh, but you can also work with dried if that's what you have on hand. To craft this spell, it's really pretty simple. I'd recommend cleansing the space first. I like to use a bundle of cedar just to kind of clear away any extra energies. And then I just put it all together. Select each herb, being firm in your intentions before placing it into the spell bag. I like to really focus on the herbs I'm choosing and the energies that I am hoping to bring forth with them. Then, once everything is combined, spend another moment kind of infusing your intentions for this spell and really filling it with that energy and desire. then place it in your garden. You may tie it or rest it on the ground or wherever really makes sense. For this instance, I initially placed it next to the plants, but I have since tied it to the fire escape itself. This spell is one of my favorite ways to just kind of welcome the spring and get to working with these new fresh energies. And it's an enjoyable tradition. It's very simple, very accessible, and very easily adaptable to the situation you have in your life. So feel free to adapt it and work with it for what you need. If you don't have a garden, you can do this for houseplants. That's what I did last year when I didn't have a garden, and it works wonders there. It's really just something to kind of give to your plants, to those little beings that you're taking care of. So I hope you enjoy and give it a try. If you're able and would like to, I'd appreciate it if you checked out my Patreon. There I share book recommendations, herbal profiles, spells, recipes, and I've even started sharing monthly workshops in the Juniper tier, which are a ton of fun, and we just did one actually that is still available if you want to go see it, on how to harvest, dry, and store herbs, and it was super duper fun. Really enjoy those. They are a live stream format, but they are up for viewing for 2 weeks after. Additionally, if you haven't seen my other channel, I'd recommend going and checking that out. There I share vlogs of my day-to-day, more of the daily magic and stuff like that. I just shared a video that showcases a little bit more of the apartment, and I also talked a lot about a lot of these early spring herbs and working with them. So if you're interested in that, go check that out. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon.